Crappie. Nice. All right, y'all. Today we're at Lake Louisville. We're gonna drop in the water right here and hopefully go find some fish. So let's see. It's supposed to have light winds, and we'll see. That can go two ways, but we're gonna hope it goes the good way. And yeah, let's get in the water. All right, we made it. Pulling away from the dock now. We're gonna make a little run right now. In the summertime, there's one thing that really produces a lot of crappie, limits actually all summer long on lots of lakes, and that is submerged timber. So we're gonna get out here and get on some submerged timber and hopefully get to catching some fish. But I'm gonna show you what I look for and show you how to catch those fish off of this timber. So most people drive right over it. You really need live scope to do this. You can do it without, but it's definitely harder. But if you have live scope and you know where some is, you can get out there and put a limit in the boat really quick. So let's get over here and see. I gotta make a little run, but we're gonna get over here and see. The summertime heat set in here in Texas, y'all. It's super hazy, that pollution's going, but we're supposed to have light winds, so we will see how today goes. So let's go. All right, so I got a piece of submerged timber right here. It's hard to see. There's just an absolute ton of bait over here today. You can see the tree right there, and up along it, and then down at the base of it, there's some fish. So we're gonna pitch out here. I got my 8-foot Russ Bailey BnM today. And we're gonna have a lot of trouble seeing what's going on because there's so much bait in the water. I think I overshot it. Let's see, it should be right there. It's gonna be really hard to see. I think those are bluegill following it up. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice bluegill there, actually, though. Isn't that something? Not target species, but I could tell that's what they were. I had a really small jig on here so they can actually bite this. Not a bad bluegill. Bit the tail off and everything, but it don't matter. This is really difficult to see. Pretty much went right on top of the stump right there. Oh, the crappie. Nice one. Big old black crappie too. I gotta keep some for my in-laws today, so that is the first one, and you can see what it bit. Check this out. A little bitty jig. I don't even have a full tail, but that's what it bit. Throw him in here real quick. Put some ice in here, y'all. It's time. If you're keeping fish, you want to put them straight on ice. You really don't want to put, you know, leave them in the sun and leave them in that live well. They're not going to do that good. But this submerged timber like this, you know, you really got to use your electronics. I mean, that's just what it is. Crappie are so unforgiving about, you know, if you're too close, too far, or too far I should say, versus too close. And so you just really want to maximize your potential. So it's pretty interesting today. They seem to be more toward the bottom. You'll have days where they're up top, where they're down low. And I'm really not seeing a ton on this one today, but So what happens on these is it's, you know, as the day goes on, more and more fish get on this. They're down there looking for shade. And so that's a good one there. A nice one there. Check that one out. Yes. 2 for 2 on keeper so far. Another nice, healthy black crappie right there. Man, they're hitting it good too, which is definitely what you want. I'm not really seeing these fish at all bite it. I'm just kind of going down there where I think I see some and just kind of holding it there. There's a bunch of trees in this area, so we're going to move around to another tree here in a second. There wasn't as many as I was hoping there would be on that. There's one now. Little guy, but pretty black crappie nonetheless. Pretty black crappie. Let him go. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move to this next tree real quick. Well, I caught a nice one, but was not rolling. Kind of rusty filming. I haven't filmed much lately. It's definitely showing. There's one. Oh, nice one. There we go. I tell you what though, I mean, they're not as loaded up today as they usually are, but you get bit, for the most part it's a good one. That little jig, another solid black crappie post spawner. Okay. Maybe we're working with a little something here. One thing, you guys, it definitely takes some time to find this stuff too, so I'm just looking around scanning. I see trees up there, but they're shallow, and I want to find a tree that's out a little deeper. And also I want to find a tree with some dots around it. There's a lot of trees that you can see real clearly don't have any fish on them, but you want to find some that have stump or dots around them. Like for example, look at this. You can see right there. I'm gonna actually go ahead and, okay, here we go. You can see a lot of stumps, but like I'm wanting to find some stumps with like some dots around them. Like that one kind of looks, and sometimes it'll look kind of fuzzy too. To me, that one kind of looked a little fuzzy. And that's how you really narrow them down. I'm gonna look a little bit further, and then I'm gonna turn around and go look at that one, because that one definitely looked a little fuzzy. And you're just seeing those fish sitting around that stump is all you're seeing. Or sometimes if they're really on it, you can see a shadow of them around it too. I'm gonna finish scanning right through here, and then we'll go back to that one and look. All right, we just found another submerged tree right here. This one's really big. You can tell this one's an old tree. We're gonna drop down on it and see. There's so much shad all over this tree. I think I see, there was a group of fish that I saw when I went over it. I think it's right here. So much bait all over this tree. Crappie. That one came up pretty far in the water column and got it. Isn't that something? Almost thought for a second that might have been a sandy the way he came up after it. Oh, black crappie today so far. Thanks, man. barely, you can't see my jig now. That's a sandy there. Oh, it's a largemouth. Huh. Definitely not would have thought that. Green carp. Oh, that might be a good one there. Man, did y'all see how much that fish pulled? That fish pulled like no other. He might have had me wrapped up a little bit too. Bluegill. One of those bluegill can hit it so hard. That's not a bluegill. Is that a good one? Oh yeah, it's a nice crappie there. Keeper. Awesome. Submerged timber, you guys. And you can see there's nothing here, but it's got lots of fish. It's another good, solid keeper right there. 11 and a half, something like that. And most people just drive right over it. They don't even know it's there. I feel like they get less pressured and all that as well. All right, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed this. It's work, but this kind of technique right here with this submerged timber holds fish all over the place and all summer long. Some lakes even in the winter, but definitely all summer long. And you can see it catch some nice fish. I got some other places that I just really didn't want to film on, to be honest. So I kind of bypassed those, but those have better fish on them. I know they do. I just kind of messed around and just kind of looked around and explored new areas. So hope y'all enjoyed. Yes, you need live scope for this. It makes it a lot easier, but you know, hey, that's just how it goes. I have live scope, I'm gonna use it. I don't use live scope all the time, but if I can use it, I'm gonna use it. So, and yeah, thanks for all the support, you guys. Don't forget also, you know, subscribe if you haven't, hit that notification bell. That way every time I post, you guys get notified. Really appreciate that. And comment if you have any questions. I'll definitely get to them. And thanks for all the support, you guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Y'all take it easy.